She thought she was chasing a deer, but what she found was way more dangerous. And not from this planet. We're deep in the northern Great Plains, 1719. Colonizers are tearing through the land, but they're not the only invaders about to make things ugly. And yeah, by the end of this story, the hunter becomes the hunted, and not in the way you expect. Meet Naru, sharp with an axe, sharper with her instincts. While the rest of her Comanche tribe underestimates her, she's out in the wild leveling up with her ride-or-die dog, Sari. Loyal, fierce, and unfortunately, a magnet for trouble. It starts simple. Naru spots a deer and gives chase. But just when things get spicy, nature pulls a plot twist. Thunder cracks, the deer bolts, and Sarai ends up in a brutal bear trap. Don't worry, she frees him like a pro and whips out some DIY forest meds, berry ointment for the win. But just as they're heading home, something roars above. Naru looks up, and what she sees isn't a storm. Hovering in the clouds is a massive alien ship. She tells her brother, Taabe, tribe MVP, master hunter, human alpha wolf. She wants in on the next hunt. He tells her to chill. Translation, you're not ready. And yeah, you can feel the tribal sexism here. Even mom's like, maybe stick to the medicine cabinet, honey. But while everyone's doubting her, something else is dropping into the forest. A nightmare with dreadlocks and infrared vision. The predator is here, and he's already making a name for himself, starting with a giant snake that never saw it coming. Meanwhile, Naru, being smarter than everyone in a 10-mile radius, notices something's off. While gathering herbs, she overhears the men going after a lion that mauled one of their own. A guy named Puhi is missing, and she wants in. Cue the eye rolls. But when Taabe vouches for her, they let her tag along as a medic, not a warrior. Mistake number 1. Out in the brush, Naru leads the group with brains over brawn, tracking patterns, spotting clues, doing what none of the dudes can. Eventually, they find Puhi, clinging to life. Naru saves him with herbal remedies like it's second nature. The group wants to bounce. But Taabe? He's not done until that lion is toast. He sends the others back to camp and goes in solo. Naru's got killer instincts, but even she's starting to smell something way off in this hunt. First red flag? Lions don't usually leave snacks lying around half alive. That's not their style. But when she mentions this to her brother Tab, he shrugs it off like she's chasing shadows. But she's not imagining things. And very soon, those shadows will bleed. Backtracking through the forest, Naru stumbles onto something straight out of a nightmare. A snake, gutted clean, and a footprint the size of a bad decision. The boys call it a bear. Naru knows better. It's something else. Something bigger. Something wrong. She rushes back to Tab with her, "This is not a bear" theory, dragging along a fellow hunter named Paka. But again, no one's buying what she's selling. So they decide to go lion hunting anyway. Because hey, what could possibly go wrong? Spoiler, everything. Naru lays out a smart trap. Bait, a tree, and a bird's eye kill zone. She climbs up with Paka while Tab hides in the bushes. And for a second it works. The lion shows up, hungry and ready to maul. But plot twist, it ignores the bait and jumps straight for them. Lion was like, why settle for steak when I see a whole buffet in that tree? Paka gets shredded in seconds. Naru, holding her spear like she's in a boss battle, locks eyes with the beast, only to catch something else in the trees. A shimmer, a silhouette, a predator. One split-second distraction, one giant paw to the face. Boom, she's out cold. Next thing she knows, she's waking up in the village, patched up and lucky to be breathing. Turns out Tab went full hero mode, dragged her back, and even killed the lion. The tribe's hyped. The elders crown him war chief. Cue the applause. But remember, he didn't see what she saw. She tells Tab there's still danger out there, real danger, but again brushed off like she's playing pretend. So what does she do? Wakes up the next morning, grabs her loyal dog Sari, and says, "Fine, I'll handle it myself." And what she finds next? Let's just say, if you're watching this while camping, go home. She crafts a DIY rope axe boomerang, because why not, and nails a rabbit like it owes her money. Girl's resourceful, hungry, and absolutely done waiting around. Meanwhile, the predator is getting creative. It watches a wolf chase down a rabbit, then slices the wolf open like a 3D anatomy lesson. Back in the forest, Naru stumbles upon something gut-wrenching, a massacre of buffalo, all skinned and dumped like trash. For her tribe, these creatures are sacred. This isn't just a kill, it's blasphemy. Next to the bodies, a strange object, metal, cylindrical, and definitely not from around here. Psst, it's a cigar. But to Naru, it's just another alien breadcrumb on this increasingly freaky trail. And just when she thinks things can't get worse, she face plants into a swamp. Not just any swamp, this one grabs ankles like it's auditioning for a horror film. She starts sinking, fast. But Naru's not going out like that. She whips out her trusty rope axe boomerang and pulls herself out like a boss. Covered in gunk, breathless but still standing. Because the real nightmare, that's still watching her. And as Naru washes off the muck by the river, guess who finds that discarded cigar? Yeah, the predator just got curious. Naru stumbles onto a blood-soaked scene, an enormous bear tearing into its kill. Most villagers would nope out immediately, but not her. Nope, she's got something to prove. One bear head equals instant respect. So she takes aim, and then her bow snaps. Yeah, worst possible moment. The bear locks eyes with her, and suddenly, she's the prey. She bolts, diving under a beaver dam like she's playing hide-and-seek with nature's angriest tank. And just when she thinks the bear's about to make her a protein shake, boom! The forest's real apex predator crashes the party. Alien vs. bear, round 1. Spoiler, it's not even close. The predator rips through that grizzly like it's made of paper mache. Naru watches in frozen horror as the beast gets shredded, then swims away, probably questioning every decision that brought her here. The predator glances at her and just walks off. Why? Because apparently, even high-tech alien hunters are misogynists. Cool. She washes up on shore, barely processing what she saw, when her tribe's search party finds her. You'd think near death would earn her some credibility, but nope, they tie her up like she's the village's wild child gone rogue. Meanwhile, something in the trees is watching them. The men joke around when they hear something rustling. One guy fires into the bush like he's a hero. It's a rabbit. Everyone laughs, but then 3 red dots light up his chest. No, not a laser pointer. The laser pointer. Boom. Arrows fly. The guy's down. Chaos erupts as the warriors panic fire into the trees, but the predator's not here to play tag. He's here to body people. One dude accidentally reveals the alien's shimmer, and it's game over. The rest get obliterated like extras in a horror movie. And yes, the kills are brutal. But thanks to YouTube's violence rules, you'll just have to imagine the carnage. In the chaos, Naru breaks free and runs. But it's not over. The predator wipes the floor with the rest and stalks her through the forest. She tries to escape, but steps right into a metal trap. Perfect timing. The predator approaches, but doesn't strike. Why? Because she's wounded, helpless, and apparently he's got a code. No sport in killing someone who can't fight back. Weird flex, but okay. Enter the French. Yup, colonial fur trappers show up, knock Naru out cold, and take her prisoner. And these aren't the friendly baguette-sharing type either. They're the ones who slaughtered the buffalo earlier. One of them lights a cigar like he's the villain in every Western. They want answers about the predator. She gives them silence. So they drag her out. And surprise, her brother Taabe is also captured. The French decide to use them as bait, tied up in the woods like free samples at a monster buffet. But here's the twist. The predator doesn't bite. Not yet. Instead, he slinks through the trees and murders every single Frenchman standing guard. The kills, even bloodier than before. Again, thank YouTube. In the chaos, the siblings free themselves. Tabe finds a horse. Naru heads back to the camp because her loyal dog, Sari, is still there. She pulls off a one-woman siege, taking out the French with the kind of precision that makes you wonder why she's not already leading the tribe. And then, a moment of mercy. One of the French guys is half dead, his leg basically jelly. He begs for medicine. In exchange, he teaches her how to fire a gun. Trade accepted. As they practice, a familiar roar echoes through the trees. Predator's back. Naru hides. The Frenchman plays dead, literally. And weirdly enough, it works. Because his body is cold, the predator can't see him. New weakness unlocked. Low body temperature equals invisible to the monster. But this alien isn't dumb. He walks corpse to corpse, testing each one. And when he steps on the fake dead French guy, the man flinches. Bad move. One alien blade to the face later, he's gone. Then the predator spots Sarie. He aims, but before he can shoot, bam! Taabe shows up like a boss and slams a spear into the predator's skull. Helmet flies off. Laser goes wild. Naru catches something crucial. The predator's arrows follow the laser, not the target. Now it's game on. Taabe actually holds his own in a fight, landing blow after blow. But the predator's not here to lose. He turns invisible again, sneaks up, and delivers a fatal stab to the back. Taabe drops. Naru watches in horror, but there's no time to cry. She grabs Sari and runs, because this game of cat and mouse isn't over yet. This girl just took down an alien war machine, using nothing but a gun she barely knew how to use. A dog in a swamp. Oh, and the predator? Yeah, he basically shot himself in the face. But we're getting ahead of ourselves, because before that moment of pure, savage brilliance, Naru had to outsmart the deadliest hunter in the galaxy with her body temperature. Yeah, you heard that right. She figured out how to literally go off the radar. But let's rewind to the setup for this final showdown, because it's a masterclass in baiting a monster. The next morning, Naru isn't crying over her fallen brother or nursing her wounds. She's hunting back. She finds one of the French hunters still limping around and turns him into live bait. Cold, calculated, and a little bit savage. Girl's not playing anymore. She slices his leg open so he can't run, feeds herself that body-numbing medicine, and waits. Cue ominous drum roll, because Mr. Predator is inbound. The alien arrives, sniffing around for heat signatures like a cosmic bloodhound. But Naru's body temp is so low, she's invisible to his sensors, like ghosting your toxic ex on intergalactic hard mode. He doesn't see her coming. Until bam! Naru pops out from the shadows and blasts him in the head. No time to gloat though. She snatches his high-tech helmet and bolts, already a few moves ahead in this deadly chess game. Here comes the trap. She rigs the helmet to aim its own laser sights at one spot, then lures the predator in. When he shows up, she leaps on him like a boss, fighting dirty, fighting smart. She slices off his hand with his own weapon. That's not just a win, that's poetic justice. And just when it looks like she's cornered, she pulls the final move. With Sari, the MVP dog, helping out, they drag the predator right into a swampy death zone. He lines up a shot, totally unaware the laser sight is aimed straight at his ugly alien face. He fires. Boom. Self-snipe. Skull meat arrow. The king of hunters just got outplayed by a girl with a plan and a dog. Naru strolls back into camp like an absolute legend, dragging the predator's head behind her. The villagers? Stunned. Someone even goes, "Wait, is that a fish?" Nope. It's the galaxy's most dangerous hunter. And Naru, she's now the war chief. Dreams do come true. Sometimes you just have to murder an alien to get there. But wait, what happens when more of these things show up? Because you know this wasn't the only predator in town.